For my third video analysis, I am going to be discussing Crip Camp. The Crip Camp is a film shedding light on disabled people. The Netflix documentary first started with Jim Lembrecht narrating. Jim talks about his experience in a camp that was designed for disabled people. He says that this camp, Camp Jeanette, was different than any other camp because as soon as he showed up, everybody was welcoming and nice. The counselors were accepting and they didn't treat him as a disabled person but just as another camper. Within the film, there is videos and footage and pictures from the camp, and we get to hear stories from other campers that went there. The campers talk about the great experience they had, the memories from those times. During the 50s, Camp Jeanette was more traditional, but during the 60s and 70s, Camp Jeanette wanted to be a place where teenagers could just be teenagers. And then this camp inspired people to advocate for the rights of disabled. The group called 504s took over the City Hall in San Francisco, and this was led by Judy Humane. What felt like a small protest turned into a 25-day journey, 25 or 26. What I found inspiring and compelling was the dedication that these people had. Some of the protesters that needed special care stayed through it all, and Judy Humane was the face of this peaceful protest, and without her support and enthusiasm, I do believe that disabled people would have never received their rights. After many days being in San Francisco, they decided to go to Washington to take matters and to like a bigger matter because nobody was taking them serious in San Francisco. Everybody was just there for each other and caring of one another. Something that stood out to me from this film was the hierarchy that was mentioned. This hierarchy is polios and CV. Polios are kind of disabled people that are seen as superior because they don't need as much support as a CV. CV is cerebral. I forgot the name, but CVs are frowned upon. And there was a couple from Camp Jeanette that explains how the mother of this man that was disabled was a bit disappointed that he married another CB and not a polio. So I just found that quite interesting. There was another story where one of the campers talks about how she had sexual relations during camp, and she was proud that she got gonorrhea because it was the first time she was seen as a sexual. I guess the first time that a doctor saw her as like a sexual person, and then she went on to study human sexuality in college. So I just think everything was interesting. At the end of the film, a lot of the campers went back to Camp Jeanette just to see what came of it, and it's just like construction now. But yeah, I think the film was amazing. And another thing that I noticed and I want to point out is that some of the executive producers from this film are Michelle and Barack Obama. So yeah, that's my analysis.